What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. I have a very special treat for you guys today. It's an unboxing and install of the triple stripe daytime running lights and sequential LED turn signals for the 18 to 20 WRX and STI. You heard it, because I got an 18 STI, guys. You guys know that in front, the fog bezels are just plain. There's no character to them whatsoever. And now, finally, we got something here. The product was, I got the product from SMY Performance. They're out of Brooklyn. I pre-ordered this a while ago. And let me tell you guys, it looks freaking great. And I can't wait to do the install. The only thing is, I'm doing the install in my garage because it's like 30 degrees out. So it is what it is. So first, let's get to the unboxing real quick. Once we do that, I got to put the Hulk up on some ramps, and then we'll go right to the install. Talk to you guys soon. All right, guys, so these are the bezels right here, totally unboxed. I left the shrink wrap on one of them because I still got to take this bad boy outside into the garage, so just in case it gets bumped into or anything like that, I don't want to have a problem. So, really nice design. Love this gloss black. Really love this gloss black. They give you an extra set of T-taps because the connections behind this, you're pretty much going to be tapping into the running lights and turn signal into the car. So they pretty much give you everything that you need for the install. So it shouldn't even be hard. I think the hardest thing you got to do is either putting the car on your ramps or jack stands and or taking the bumper off. But we're about to find that out right now. I'll see you guys in a bit. Once you got your car on your ramps or your jack stands, to take this bumper off, for those of you who are a little bit green, never did this before, very, very easy. There's 6 screws you got to take out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Guys, 10 millimeter, make sure you got one. Then you got some pop clips to take out. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. 6 screws, 3 pop clips. Now once you take those screws off, see this bad boy right here? Don't forget that. Right here by your wheel well, you push that in, and this bad boy is, you could just pry it out. The middle of it, you push it in with a tool, and that releases the clip. Do not forget that. A lot of people don't know. Once you finish with the top under the hood, all you do is you have a pry tool, or you could take like a screwdriver or some sort of object. Just pop that in. You heard the pop? Now once you pop that in, just slightly pry. That's it. And do the same thing on the other side. Do not lose this, guys, and do not forget it. You don't want to break anything. Very simple. All right, guys, once you're finished with the top and sides, there are some pop clips underneath that you got to get, just like this one right here. A majority of pop clips, and the bumper will literally, you just got to pry it back and you'll just take it right off. I'll show you in the time lapse. Alrighty, once you get your pop clips out from the bottom, guys, anybody who has a tow hook license plate, don't forget to unscrew it. Then all you got to do is just pull right to the side right here.
See it? This comes off right here. You just pull right, nice, small little tug, and do the same thing on the other side, and I'll show you in a second. Alright guys, so very simple. These tabs right here, you just gotta press them down, and you use a pry tool. Use a pry tool as you're pressing down. You could put it right in here and pry it open, and you could pull it out very, very easily. This is it's just gonna take some getting used to. As I said, these clips right here, you push in like so, and you use a tool at the same time. So you use your right hand to hold it in or ask for some help, and then you use a tool on the other side of it just to pry it open. It comes out very easily, to tell you the truth. Yeah, just like so. Do the same thing on the other side, guys. Yes. All right, so you guys always know, I always say test out the product first. You can just take these right here, put them on the battery terminals, black to negative, yellow to the positive real quick. And you can just, check out the turn signal. It's very bright, it's nice. Then you could touch the green to the positive while the black is still on the negative. Bang. That is very, very bright. Well, now we know that shit works. Alright guys, so the good thing is I'm actually familiar with this setup. So the wires that the SMY gives you on the kit is yellow, green, and black. On their website, it says yellow to yellow, black to black, red to red. But there is no red wire. This green wire, obviously that is going to be, the yellow is going to be the turn signal, black is the ground. The green is going to be the power wire. So there, if you look right here, there's a cluster of wire, and it has this white sleeve right here. I literally, it was covering this entire set of wire. I cut it off just to show you. I already tapped into it as well. So you're going to be tapping, obviously, the ground. You see the yellow. I need a freaking pointer. The yellow down there, and then the red right here. And then you connect the wires. That's what you're going to be tapping into on both sides. So you're going to be looking for the cluster of wire with this white jacket that was running over it. I just cut it off to free up some space. Alright guys, so as I said before, I'm familiar with this, and I already tapped into the wires that you're supposed to. So I'm just going to connect this real quick and just test it before I make the actual, set it up onto the bumper itself. So yellow to yellow. Black to black real quick. And the green is going to go to red. Oh, yeah. Now, guys, once you tap into this stuff, make sure you're squeezing where you tapped into. Just give it a little squeeze with the pliers. All right. Just like so. check this bad boy out. Turn the ignition on and check it out. Dang, son! Shit works! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Sweetness! Yes. Then guys, do the same thing on the other side, and it's a wrap. Now, as I said, this is just a test run. Now you gotta disconnect it and place the bumper back. You gotta run the wire through the bumper and then bring it up. You gotta run the wire through the bumper and then bring it up and then connect the taps, all right? Guys, now we're on the other side, and again, this is the white jacket right here that you're gonna cut, because under this jacket, hold on, big ass hands, dag nabbit. All right, in this jacket right here, you have all your wires that you need. You got the freaking yellow, a black for a ground, and the red is hiding right there. It is. It's right behind that orange wire. But the red, there it is, behind there. So you have all the wires in this jacket, so you can just cut it back and tap into it nice and easy.
Only time we're looking back is to see how far we've come, and if you're okay with that, then we already won. Motivation. Every day is celebration.
All right, guys. So from the time lapse, everything works. I pulled everything back out. I'm about to pop the bezels on here. Feed the wires through. Once I do that, I'm gonna line the bumper back up with the rest of the car and hang the wire. Probably attach it with some tape or something like that, and just try to feed the wire where it's easily accessible to me. And let me just time lapse through this real quick and show you the finished product.
All right, guys. So at the time, I didn't know it yet, but it's right here in this section of time where things took a turn south. And when I say south, and I didn't know, is that the bezel, the pointy end of it right there, where my left hand is touching where close to the hole where the license plate or the tow hook is, it kept on popping out. And I thought it was just something minor at the time, so I would pop it in and it would stay. But as soon as there's any vibration, it would pop out again. So what you're seeing right here is me buttoning this bad boy up for the first time. And when I say that, I mean there was a second time as well. Because I took it for a test drive. Once I took it for a test drive, came outside to look at it. The pointy ends of the bezels on both sides, the top pointy ends, they popped out. They both popped out. And once that pops out, you can either break or somebody can just take the entire bezel. It's very, very easy to take. End up contacting SMY Performance, the company. The guy was no help whatsoever at all. So then I had to bring the car back in, take the bumper off again, and do some critical thinking of my own to make sure that that stuff doesn't pop out again. So while the guy from SMY Performance was ignoring my messages on Instagram, I just had my wife firmly hold the bezel in place. I put a tiny hole in the bumper and the bezel and run a zip tie through it. Really simple fix. But I shouldn't have to be doing that anyway on a brand new part.
All right, guys, this is the tab. They wanted you to install this pointy end here first. When you install this end first, the back is hard to even go in. You actually have to bend the back. It's easy to install the back first because it has three major tabs back here. There's three major tabs back here. 1, 2, and 3. That it's hard to bend to get back there. Now, look at this. Look at this flimsy ass shit. Look at that. You expect that to hold on to anything? And the way how narrow it is, guess what? It can't grip onto this thing. So it kept on slipping out. So once that slips out, dude, this entire everything starts popping out on its own. these things are very, very, very shallow. So that's why I cut this piece out right here. Well, first of all, half of this was cut out anyway, because this part back in 2018, this part right here was hitting my intercooler, the charge pipe. And so then I just cut out the rest right here. As long as you leave this up here, it'll maintain the integrity. Now, so now there is nothing here pushing on this, so it's at ease. And right here, one nice tight zip tie, that shit ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. I ain't got to worry about this shit. And the lighting works. I already wired everything up. I was testing it out, but then I ran into this anomaly where the damn tab was popping out. So I will show you. I'm about to put the bumper back on real quick and show you. All right, guys, it's around 10 o'clock at night. It's late. I've been working on this for some time now. I had to take off the bumper again. I'm a freaking pro at it. Because the pointy end of the bezels kept popping out. I contacted SMY Performance, and the guy, whoever it was like, oh, you installed it wrong. Now, I've been installing shit for a long time, and I know the shit is not wrong. He's like, oh, you got to put in the pointy ends first. But the problem is the way they made the tabs to latch on, it's so narrow, it's just slipping out. Doesn't matter if you install, it doesn't matter which end you installed first, the fat end or the two pointy ends, it didn't even matter. And he was like, oh, well, you installed it wrong. And I'm like, first of all, on your website says it's easier to install the pointy ends first. It didn't say it was incorrect. Easier. Anyway, is the website, you can't take what they say for a grain of salt due to the fact that he gave directions as far as the wiring. I told you guys before, he was like red to red, yellow to yellow, black to black. There ain't no red wire on this bezel. It's green. It's green to red. Clearly, so maybe I shouldn't be taking his advice. But anyway, you guys saw what I just did. I end up having to drill 2 tiny holes, and one in the bezel, one on my bumper, slide a zip tie in there. Yo, shit worked fantastic. I'll show you guys. Bumper's back on. Shit is flush. And I'm talking about flush. No. Shoot. Sturdy as can be. Look at that bad boy. I don't even have to worry about that shit now. Alright guys, so after all that bullshit last night, this is the next day, and I'm going to show you a better observation of the light system during the day. Look how nice and flush these bad boys are. Made it work. It's perfect. Nice and flush. And perfect. Everything is sturdy. That's how it should be. Look how beautiful that freaking bezel looks. One. Perfect. Perfect. Look how beautiful that looks. I'm doing it now because I'm doing the lighting right now. Let's leave it like that. I'm doing the lighting right now because if I do this at night, the lights are so bright you won't be able to see the full effect. This thing is beautiful though. Definitely beautiful. It's a nice piece. Too bad the people can't give you good advice at freaking, what you call it? SMY Performance. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and drop some feedback in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Shoot. Alright guys. It's a lot of lighting. That shit looks good. Really good. test out the signal real quick for you guys.